Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I am here to film a manga first impressions for you. In this video, we are going to be discussing RWBY The Official Manga. This is story and art by Butana Kinami. And this is based on the very popular, originally on Netflix anime of RWBY. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore in the US. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me. But I went to go look briefly and I couldn't see it easily in the search. So I don't think it's currently on Netflix. They might be bringing it back soon. I don't know. Let's talk a little bit about what RWBY is about. So in this world and universe, there are creatures called Grimm, and they are essentially like the monsters, the yokai, the demons of this world. And so people train as hunters to stave off the Grimm to save their people. And in this story, we're primarily following a young woman named Ruby Rose, whose biggest dream is to become a hero in this world and to fight off the Grimm. Early on in the story, we see that she's very talented, and so she is accepted into the prestigious Beacon Academy to train as a hunter, or at least to audition to train as a hunter, I think is how it goes. Like, there's kind of like an initiation process, and this first volume basically contains that process and the forming of a squad of people who will be working together. Whether RWBY's on that team or not, you guys will have to figure that out. So you have to read it to know. In this one, let's go ahead and talk about the art for a minute. I really found the art to be absolutely stunning in this series, and I just really thoroughly enjoyed my read of it. I initially read it digitally, but thanks to my friends at Viz, they sent me digital copy. And then at my bookstore today, they ended up having the copies out early because this is technically out on the 21st. And sometimes my local bookstore puts the manga out as soon as it comes in, and so I always check, and they happen to have this one, and so I was very excited. The quality of this manga is nice. It's actually nice and floppy, which I really love in a paperback because you're less likely to break the spine on them. And these Viz signatures are always really nice. And I feel like it's almost a little whiter than a normal one. I don't know. Maybe it's just my perspective today. Let's check that out. B-Stars is also a signature. Oh no, it's the same width. It's the normal signature size. But yes, the art style within this is really great. I found the story to be very engaging and enjoyable. I didn't feel like I was skimming any of the story as they were fleshing out the world and things. But because you are fleshing that out, you do have a little bit of a slow moving pace in this first one, but there's plenty of action, so don't worry about that. But you are going to get a little bit of that almost info dumpy kind of feel just because you have to establish the world that you're in. So let's talk a little bit about some of the characters that we come across. Obviously, we have RWBY, who is a strong girl who knows exactly what she wants out of life, and she's doing everything she can to chase that. And I gotta love RWBY for that. Then we also have her sister Yang, who always is just kind of there in the background, kind of trying to protect RWBY because RWBY can get a little reckless sometimes, and Yang is kind of there to pick up the pieces, but is very powerful in her own right. And then there's a young girl also at Beacon Academy named Weiss. She is basically the equivalent of like royalty in a way. Like, her family's very prestigious. They're part of the aristocracy, and her father owns a very successful company in the production of dust, which is kind of like a magical enhancement within this world, if I remember what dust is correctly. And I believe Weiss is basically in line to inherit this company. And then there is another character that we meet, but there are some spoilery elements to that character, so I'm not going to say anything on that. So those are the primary three that I'm going to mention here. And within this world, at the moment, we have someone who is basically going and stealing a lot of this dust and kind of accumulating it. And so that's kind of what I think the main overarching plot is going to be centering around. So all in all, should you pick up RWBY? I absolutely would say yes. This is another great kind of almost like Magical Girl Squad kind of story. And I know that the anime was very well received and well loved despite its kind of clunky animation. So that means the story is really, really good. And like I say, this establishing volume was really fantastic to me. I have not watched the anime, so I can't even reference that for accuracy of the story. But if it's the official manga, I assume it's telling the same story. So do with that what you will, but I absolutely adored this first volume. I honestly didn't think I was going to. If you checked out my releases in my radar video, it was not even on my radar. Like, I wasn't even sure. I'm like, oh, I've never watched it. I don't really care. Yeah, everything's changed on that. I definitely care. I will definitely be following these characters, and I think this is a really great story, and it can be very empowering to someone who wants to go for what they want in life and they're feeling a little afraid. RWBY is definitely an empowering character in that way, and there is so much good about RWBY. And again, just another quick look at the art because it's absolutely beautiful. So thank you all for watching this video. Please go check out RWBY. Thanks again to my friends at Viz for hooking me up with digital copies. And again, thank you so much for watching. It is officially out on Tuesday, the 21st, so I will leave a pre-order link down below for you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.